Alright, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're gonna check out some Cyberpunk 2077 running on the 7800 XT. We got frame generation enabled, and we're gonna be running with Ray Tracing Ultra on this game, and we're gonna go ahead and let me show you what the settings are real quick so that you can see. We're at 1440p, and we're going to be let's turn this to, we're going to do balanced. Okay, so we do have all the ray tracing, all of that on, but we are not going to use the psycho on this, and we are going to keep everything else pretty much at ultra and high at 1440p. So I just want to I just want to kind of see what the ray tracing experience is going to be like. So we're about in the 50s. So I mean, you'll actually be able to get like ray tracing and at least a playable experience on this. To tell you the truth, my friends, honestly, if you really want ray tracing, I think you can have it. I think you can have that with fluid motion frames. You get 100 frames a second. Yeah, why not? Why not use fluid motion frames? Still looks great. You get all your ray tracing and everything. I mean, image quality looks very good on a 1440p monitor. This looks clean. It looks playable. Gosh, this actually looks good when you this actually looks pretty dang good when you have FSR enabled. Like I mean, like you'll get like a little bit of flicker and stuff, but dude, you can honestly live with that. Oh boy. Which way do I want to go though? Oh look, there's a bridge right here that you can run up. So look at that. You can even get into like the 60s and stuff. You can easily get into like 60 frames a second. It's 50 frames a second on this single player game really doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, this doesn't feel bad at all. This is easily playable. Because remember, we've got ultra ray tracing on, and we're running around this city. And this feels smooth. Feels smooth. It looks smooth. I feel like with every update, the ray tracing starts to... I think we just got a recent update for this, and I haven't played that yet. I haven't tried this out. See down here. See how the frame rate stays in here. Oh boy. Drops down into the 40s, but you're still... That stair literally just stopped me. I couldn't move. I mean, even this looks good down here.
It is hard to achieve peace if there is a demon.
This is easily a playable experience. So when you hear people tell you you can't use ray tracing on an AMD GPU, just kind of laugh at them and be like, whatever, man. Like, you can get ray tracing. Especially on like a 70. This is a 7800 XT, so and you're still at 1440p. You're getting 50 frames a second. Like, this looks incredible on my 1440p monitor. This looks very, 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 very clean on my monitor. Nice little ray tracing in here, staying about 50 frames a second. The biggest thing that actually takes away your frame rate is the freaking vegetation. But yeah, turn on freaking AMD's fluid motion frames. Yeah, you see how we get in there to the vegetation? But like over here, you can start getting up to like 60 frames, where like all the ray tracing is. Ooh, look at the ray tracing and look how smooth that is. You're at 60 frames a second. Right here, looking at ray tracing. I mean, obviously it's going to be a variable experience when you start getting into combat and stuff. But yeah, dude, this is an NVIDIA sponsored game, and here's an AMD mid-range GPU, a $500 GPU, cranking out some pretty decent ray tracing performance. I mean, you could probably, let's see, you could probably go to video, take this up to 1800p, and then VSync this at say 41 frames a second. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can hold 41 frames, because let's see what we can do with that. Because at 41 frames, oh wait, did that? See, now that there kind of actually feels a little bit stuttery. Oh, okay, that's why, because I VSynced it. Let me take off the VSync. Take off the VSync and then apply that, and now let's see. No, that's actually, that's not good, because we're, yeah, let's just take our, I don't think that one's gonna work, because I think we're gonna be a little bit, but let's put this at, let's lock that at 60. Yeah, see, now this is a lot better. Definitely feeling pretty smooth, and now you won't have to worry about it going over 60. So now you can just hang out at 60 and you'll have a smoother experience. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, so let's go get in a fight real quick, see how that's gonna feel. Because I know there's some dudes over here. So, I don't know. I wasn't watching the freaking... Wasn't exactly watching the frame counter right then, but... See if I can find some more of those thugs. Yeah, see? That's playable. Like, if you can get into fights like that, and be able to, poof, poof, poof. Yep, there we go. Yeah, you could easily play this. I think there's some more over here. Yep. And he's dropping down to 30 with these high, heavy things right here. It was still playable. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'd say that you'd be doing alright for $500 GPU and still being able to have access to ray tracing. That's, in my opinion, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Boom! Just gunning down a whole bunch of trash people. On my ray tracing experience with my AMD GPU that's not supposed to be able to do ray tracing. Yeah, I'd say this is good. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, you get your freaking ray tracing, $500, and you can make this a playable experience. But just imagine this. You take your settings, you come over here, drop this bad baby down to 1080p, and you apply that, and then you get out, you get back into your game. Now you get a locked 60 at 1080p. Like, obviously you're giving up some resolution, but you don't really, I don't think you really need, get back in here, go back over to graphics, and then we will take this back over to quality. See if we can get quality. So now you get quality, because I think you almost can get like a 60 FPS experience the other way. But now that you lock this at 60 at 1080p, even on this 1440p monitor, this actually still looks freaking pretty decent. Like, actually really decent good. You can definitely tell it looks a little bit lower resolution for sure. But I mean, if ray tracing is the thing for you, look at that. A locked 60 frames a second at quality ray tracing. Let's get back out here into the vegetated area and see how bad we drop down here. So yeah, I mean, we're still staying in like the 50s or whatever so far. Let's get back to that spot that was a little bit heavier. I think it was just down here somewhere. Can look around over here. I think it was like right here, right? Yeah, like right in this area that we were getting down into the 30s. Yeah, it was like right here. So now we're comfortably in the 40s through here. So this is like one of the heaviest areas that I've ever seen in this game, down here in the freaking natural park area, I guess you could say. So, yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty decent experience overall for being able to get ray tracing on an AMD GPU, especially a mid-range card, $500. Yeah, so you can definitely have ray tracing. And you can lock it out. You can use AMD's fluid motion frames, and that's pushing you up over to 120, so it actually just looks and feels incredibly smooth. A very, very smooth experience. Very smooth. Yeah. Yeah. Easily smooth for this game. And that's pretty much what you would want, is just a smooth experience. Let's try out some combat like this. Any more of you little badsies? Little badsy guys? I think that stayed pretty close to 60 throughout that whole freaking altercation. I don't know. I wasn't really looking at the frame rate counter, but yeah, that stayed pretty good for me. Easy to play. Looks great. Sorry, I just like the way this ray tracing down here in this area looks. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is good. So, alright guys, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.